One would have thought, that during the funeral of the late Baringo South legislator, Grace Chelagat Kipchoim, who passed on from cancer recently, one would have thought that at her funeral, people at least would remain cool, postpone their big political battles for another day. But no way. Those in the DP Ruto camp did not waste any time. They went straight for the jugular. Of course, I'm talking about the ongoing battle in the Rift Valley between titans, DP William Ruto and Baringo Senator Gideon Moi. Folks in the DP Ruto camp accused Gideon Moi of many things. But the strange thing is that Gideon Moi did not respond. He just simply said, I've come to bury a lady who was educated by my father. And today I'm not playing politics. I've come for a funeral. He was, of course, speaking in Kalenjin. And then he added a bombshell. He said that his father, the retired President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, should be kept well away from 2022 politics. He added very emotionally that people are free to hurl insults at him, say all kinds of things about him, all manner of things. But he appealed and said, please, 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 leave them there alone. Leave him out of this. Now, that was a very unexpected response from Gideon Moi. But in my view, very smart politics. Okay, why do I say smart politics? When your opponents gang up against you, you postpone the battle. Because they've come prepared with all manner of weapons, you postpone the battle for another day when you'll find them off foot. When they will not come as prepared as they have on this particular day. Very smart move, Gideon Moi. As far as the DP Ruto camp is concerned, yet another blunder. Sometimes in politics, it is a very good idea to do the unexpected. If I was in the DP Ruto camp, I would have come to the meeting and said absolutely nothing, and focused on the funeral. But what did they do? Instead, they fell right into Gideon Moi's hands, and he made them look very desperate in front of the Kalenjin voters, very sad. Something else, the late Grace Chelagat was a Baringo legislator. Baringo is the home turf of Gideon Moi. That's his father's home district, home county rather. Now anybody will tell you it's not a good idea to take a fight to somebody's house. Extremely dangerous. Because to quote the words of the late Kijana Wamalwa, former vice president, it's not a good idea to bring a fight to somebody's house because they know where the knives are hidden. They know where they've hidden that rungu. Extremely dangerous. Better on neutral ground, or even better at your home ground. Anyway, I have one very major revelation to make today concerning this DP Ruto issue. Okay? Now, for a long time now, as this battle has raged, something has been telling me I'm missing something. You're involved in a certain issue, you're analyzing it politically, and every time you analyze it, something just tells you, no, Chris, you're missing something. And that thing you're missing is big. Well, I found out what that big thing is. It is really huge, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. And I'm going to reveal it immediately after the brief upcoming commercial break. Don't go away. Welcome back. Now, on the surface of things, the DP Ruto camp looks like it's finished. Okay? And on the surface of things, there are a lot of things which are happening which Kenyans are finding very difficult to understand. For instance, it seems that DP Ruto wants to become president by force. Yeah? Threats are being issued, and legislators keep on saying the following. Yeah? The march to the presidency by DP William Ruto is unstoppable. What? It's like Kenya is the old Russia. There's no democracy. There's no election for the presidency, where various other candidates, indeed very big threats to DP William Ruto, will vie for the presidency. It seems as if there's nothing like that. And it seems as if Ruto will just be president just like that. The long and short of what I'm saying is that the way the DP Ruto camp is talking is as if nobody else is interested in vying for the presidency in 2022. There are no other contenders. Now, don't you find this strange? Why this seeming desperation? Why this very aggressive talk of the presidency so early when 2022, there's somebody else who's president and is supposed to serve until 2022. Yet, barely weeks after that person has been re-elected, people already start talking about DP William Ruto. Don't you find that strange? Yeah, and I have. And here's the bombshell. Okay? Now, to discover what I'm saying, I think it is necessary for us to go back to 2013. The country had just come out of a very dark period in its history. Indeed, the darkest period ever in Kenyan history, where we had some very serious clashes, tribal clashes. Okay? And the two major tribes involved in these clashes were, of course, the Kalenjin community and the House of Mumbi. Both communities suffered very heavy casualties. I dare say that the House of Mumbi suffered much higher casualties. Including that very gory incident. In a church where children and women were burnt alive inside a church. Remember that? Now, behind this backdrop, DP William Ruto presented a ticket which looked very unlikely. Himself as deputy president and Uhuru Kenyatta as president of Kenya. A union between these two communities who were in serious war, if I can just call it that, in 2007. Now, how did William Ruto convince the Kalenjin community to vote for a community that were viewed as the enemy? Simple answer. He sold them the idea that this indeed was a bid for the presidency by himself, by William Samoei Ruto. And the way he was going to become president was the same way in which yet another son of the Kalenjin nation had become president. What was going to happen? He was going to be deputy to Uhuru, and then when Uhuru finished his term, DP William Ruto would take over. That is the rhetoric that was used, to sell the Kalenjin nation to vote for Uhuru Kenyatta in large numbers in 2013. And in 2017, DP William Ruto told his people, the time is now near. So let us support Uhuru to finish his last term, and then I'll take over as president. So vote Jubilee. Now, what DP William Ruto has been telling his people, especially after 2013, he told them, hey, look, I'm the one who's already running government. I'm a co-president. I'm running things. So just be patient. These years will pass quickly, and then we'll be back in the presidency. That is what he has been selling to Kalenjin voters. Now, something went very wrong in 2016, because we saw the body language between the president and his deputy dramatically change. We saw the language of the president change completely in his statements. Before then, you would always hear President Uhuru Kenyatta saying, William and I, we, William and I. He kept repeating that. Then suddenly, it has changed to my administration, my government, my administration, I, my. What? Definitely something changed. Now we know for a fact that towards the end of 2016, it's like DP Ruto was pushed further away from the center of power. Yeah, he was no longer as powerful as he had been in 2013, 2014, and 2015. Now, as we went into the elections in 2017, yeah, the voters on the ground in the Rift Valley were asking, what is happening? Eh? Is the plan still on? Or are we going to vote these people out? Yeah, meaning, of course, President Uhuru Kenyatta's government. But they were reassured, no, the plan is still on course. Yeah, despite the challenges, despite what has happened, the plan is still on course. And so the Kalenjin nation voted very emphatically for President Uhuru Kenyatta. And even at the time, they knew that something was going to happen immediately. Uhuru was voted back safely into State House. And that something was that the URP camp within Jubilee would start to remind Jubilee about their debt, yeah, to the Kalenjin nation. And so, folks, this is exactly what this 2022 push by the DP Ruto camp is all about. It is pressure and a reminder to the House of Mumbi that their son would never have been president without the support of the Kalenjin. And therefore it is only right that the House of Mumbi pays back the debt, yeah, they owe to the Kalenjin nation. Now, the rate at which these complaints and this noise from the URP camp was escalating, it is clear that those surrounding President Uhuru Kenyatta felt that they were vulnerable. Yeah, they were on very shaky ground. And that is why the checkmate move of a handshake with Raila Odinga starts to make a lot of sense. With Raila Odinga supporters firmly behind Uhuru Kenyatta, the House of Mumbi no longer needs the Kalenjin nation. That is the truth. Suddenly, DP William Ruto is dispensable. Now, to make matters worse, it would seem that Gideon Moi has been roped into the Uhuru Raila camp, which is of course designed to limit, any backlash from the Kalenjin nation as a result of this new political realignment. That, my dear friends, is a bombshell. In other words, the DP Ruto attacks are not targeted at Kenyans. They are not targeted at Raila Odinga people at all. They are targeted at the House of Mumbi. These threats are targeted at supporters of President Uhuru Kenyatta. That is a major bombshell. Now, this has very huge political repercussions and implications. And this is the bad news. Yeah, there's a very high possibility that actually it would cause the Rift Valley to erupt once again. In his attempt to see the retired president, it's not that the retired president has any power or people need to see him for 2022, anything like that. What the DP William Ruto camp was trying to do was trying to cool down the temperatures in the Rift Valley. Yeah, how? By convincing the retired president the need for the community to unite as one. And especially a key player in that unity, his son Gideon Moi. Because if you've noted one very important thing, in all the statements issued by the DP William Ruto camp, several times the insinuation has been that if anybody frustrates DP William Ruto's quest for the presidency, there'll be consequences. That's really what they're saying. Now, these consequences are too terrible for anybody to consider. Folks, the long and short of all this is that the country called Kenya is in an even more dangerous position than it was at the height of the contested election last year, after the August 8th, 2017 elections. Now, that is a very, very scary realization. Very scary. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.